Good morning, coding friends. I wanted to jump on here and help you finish our car game. So again, if you have not viewed the first three videos, I would recommend jumping on and working your way through part 1, 2, and 3 of the car game before jumping here. This final video is more or less just working on changing what our cactus looks like. So far our game, we've got our score, we've got everything moving, our truck goes up and down over the cactus. Now we're just going to make this cactus look a little different each time we go past it. Okay, so I'm going to hit reset. We're going to go look at our animations. And you can see I have cactus 1, cactus 2, and cactus 3. Okay. All right, so to do this, we're going to create a new variable. So I'm going to go into variables, and we need the first one, variable equals. And we're going to just drop that in there, and I will show you I've got it in here. Okay, and you can see I just set it to 0 to begin with. So here we go. And again, I named it face, just because it kind of represents the face of the cactus or the look of the cactus. I'll keep it with the name face, and we're going to set that to 0. So what that will do, so far it's not doing anything because it's just a variable. It hasn't been called yet in my program. But right now, what I want to do is I want to randomly choose between these three types of cactus. So this one's got a little animation. That one points a little bit to the right, this one a little bit to the left. So I want our cactus, as it comes by, to randomly change. We've got the ground changing. Oops, I didn't even make it over the cactus. But I want it to just start changing so that it's not always the same look of the cactus. If you play the dinosaur game on Chrome, you'll notice that they have 1 cactus, 2 cactus, or 3 cactus that you jump over. So it changes a little bit each time. We want to add a little bit of variety to our game as well. So here we go. We've got this variable called face created, and I'm just going to drop down. We'll do it right above the draw sprite, okay? Actually, yeah, that's a good place to start this at, okay? So I'm going to go and grab an if statement. So that's under control. I'm going to pull that out real quick. I'm going to pull this if statement out and put it right in here. So here's the thing. I've got to create something where my face becomes random, right? I need that variable to randomize. To do that, we need to create a random. All right, so we're going to have to make it randomly choose between the 3 cactus. So during this, we'll create that, but I want to first decide what happens when it chooses, okay? So I'm going to grab my math, and I'm going to say equals. This is our equals, right? So if face equals 0, a lot of times in computer science, you count starting at 0, so it'd be 0, 1, and 2. That gives us 3 options. I'm going to set, okay? So now I'm going to go and I'm going to set my animation. Set animation. Now I'm going to see what I called my cactus. Right there's my cactus. I called it enemy. Always nice to check and make sure that you're using the same name. Okay, so my enemy. And I'm going to do the first cactus. Okay. Now, that's only if it hits 0. So if my random number, so I clicked, make that so you can see it. You see the little plus sign? I clicked the plus sign. So if it's not 0, I want it to be something else. So I'm going to say else. And I'm going to click and put another one. So you see how I click the plus sign and it gives me another one? So now I'm going to get math. And I'm going to grab equals again. So if face equals 1, it's going to be something else. So here we go. Set animation. And we've got our enemy, and we're going to do cactus 2. Now, if it's not 0 or 1, it has to be 2. So I'm just going to say else. I don't need one that says face equals 2 because it's going to be anything else, which it can only be 2. We're going to set the animation of enemy to 3. So now it's going to randomly start choosing what my image of my cactus looks like. If I get a 0, it's going to be cactus 1. If I get a 1, it's going to be cactus 2. If it's neither 0 or 1, it's going to be cactus 3. So great. We've got that. It's going to start choosing that. But we need to make it make that choice. Okay? So when our enemy becomes less than this negative 10, we need to throw in a random number generator, okay? So here we go. It's going to be, we are going to do, I need to go into variable. I need this x equals, okay? Because we're just going to, it's a variable, and we don't want to declare the variable. We just want face, and we want it to roll kind of a dice. So we're going to put in a random number between 0 and 2, right? So now we have 0, 1, and 2. Here we go. Run. So I got cactus pointing to the left. I go over it. Cactus pointing to the right. That worked nice, didn't it? Let's see if we can get the cactus that waves back and forth. Nope, going the other way. I'm just going to stay up in the air. Going the other way. So I definitely am seeing 2 cactus, 2 different looks. Come on. Am I going to have to look at my code and make sure that I have it the way I want it? We'll give it one more, and then I'll look and make sure I didn't make a mistake somewhere in my code. Okay, we're going to look because we have not seen that yet. So let's see what I've got. I've got 0. I've got 1. So anything that becomes a 2 should pop up the other way. And when I look, I've got 0 to 2 for my range. So reset run. We're going to try this again. That's a 0. I'll just stay up here. Oh, there it is. It is working. It just randomly has not been choosing that 2 very often. Oh, and then it does another one right in a row, right? So we didn't change anything, but it's working. It gives us a little bit more detail. So that's kind of fun. All right, so that concludes our car game. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you get some entertainment out of this. Share this with your friends and family. And until next time, happy coding.